got you. Help, please don't leave me.
In Medic Pacific War, you don't carry a weapon. You carry the burden of saving lives in the chaos of the Pacific Front. Developed by Hypnotic Ants, this cinematic and emotional experience drops you into the boots of a US field medic where every scream for help, every drop of blood, and every decision could mean life or death. This isn't about kill streaks or glory. It's about compassion under fire, treating wounded allies, and navigating the horrors of war with nothing but your training and a dwindling supply of medical gear. At Infinity Gaming, we're diving deep into this powerful journey, exploring the raw humanity, the impossible choices, and the bravery it takes to heal in the middle of hell. This is not just another war game. This is Medic Pacific War. Let's begin. The Pacific Front is a living nightmare. Smoke, shrapnel, and screams fill the air. But you're not here to fight. You're here to save. As an American field medic, your battlefield isn't about flanking maneuvers or clearing bunkers. It's about crawling through the mud, dodging sniper fire, and reaching a fallen soldier before his final breath. Every step forward is a gamble. Every life you reach is a victory. And the war rages on, with or without you. This is where survival means holding pressure on a wound instead of pulling a trigger. In a world where everyone else is armed to the teeth, you carry nothing but a medic and courage. The weight of your decisions is heavier than any weapon. You don't win battles, you preserve lives. One fractured leg, one collapsed lung, one blood-soaked bandage at a time. There's no glory in your work, no medals for mending broken bodies in the dirt. But without you, there's no second chance. That's the brutal honor of your role, unsung, unseen, and absolutely essential. Before you're dropped into the hell of the Pacific, you're taught the basics of battlefield medicine. Not in a sterile hospital, but in tents reeking of sweat, iodine, and urgency. You learn to dress wounds, inject morphine, and manage shock, all while the clock is ticking down on lives you haven't met yet. The game pushes you to think quickly and stay calm under fire, because once you're out there, every second matters. You don't get practice runs, you get real lives in your hands. With the jungle on one side and enemy fire on the other, Medic Pacific War becomes a game of brutal decisions. You'll see two men down, one breathing, one silent, and you'll have to choose who to reach. You'll run out of supplies when they need it the most. You'll carry men to safety only to lose another because you weren't fast enough. There are no easy answers here, only consequences. This isn't a strategy game. It's a moral battlefield, and every footstep is a gamble. Nothing prepares you for the moment when a grenade explodes behind you as you're patching up a comrade. The battlefield doesn't wait. Explosions rip through the air. Tanks roll over foxholes. Wounded soldiers scream out for help, but you can't be everywhere at once. The AI makes every mission unpredictable, keeping the pressure on at all times. You might start treating someone and be forced to retreat mid-procedure. And sometimes, they don't make it, but you still have to move forward. In this war, your weapons are gauze, morphine, splints, and plasma. Every tool has a purpose, every item has a limit, and misusing them could cost someone their life. As you progress, you unlock better equipment and medical techniques, but nothing is guaranteed. You'll scavenge for supplies in ruined camps, share rations, and improvise when all else fails. This isn't a loot-based game. It's survival by knowledge, where the smartest medics are the ones who make it to the next mission. The game doesn't give you nameless casualties. It gives you people. Soldiers with backstories, friends you laughed with, squad mates you shared rations with. When they go down, it's not just another objective, it's personal. You recognize their voices, their faces, and the fear in their eyes when they realize they might not make it. Some will thank you through tears. others will ask you to tell their families they tried. Medic Pacific War forces you to carry not just bodies, but memories. As the missions stack up and the body count rises, the emotional toll starts to show. Flashbacks, trembling hands, and the feeling that you're never doing enough. It lingers long after the gunfire stops. You start to question your choices. You remember the ones you couldn't save. And the game doesn't let you escape that. There's no reset button, no perfect run. Just the reality that saving lives in war is messy, painful, and never enough. But you keep going, because that's what medics do. There's no moment to breathe. 1 second you're stabilizing a soldier's leg. The next, a mortar lands 20 feet away and everything goes black. You get back up, shaking, ears ringing, still holding the bloody bandage in your hand. That's the rhythm of Medic Pacific War. Urgent, unrelenting, and unpredictable. You're always reacting, adapting, deciding whether to crawl through bullets for one more body, or fall back and live to help someone else. And the worst part, no one's coming to help you. Every battlefield in this game tells its own story, not just through the blood spilled, but through the way it fights against you. Jungle vines slow your movement. Deep mud grabs you at your boots. Smoke blinds your vision. You slip on wet rocks, run out of breath, and stumble carrying wounded men through tight ravines. Even when the enemy is not shooting, the island itself is trying to break you. And through it all, the cries for help never stop. You just keep moving. Hypnotic Ants didn't build the game to entertain. They built one to remind. From the field dressings to the stretcher mechanics, from the historical weapons to the terrified voice lines, everything is painfully accurate. The medical techniques are based on real 1940s field protocols. The sounds are layered with ambient chaos. Even the silence, those moments between battles, feels haunting. It's a love letter to the real medics who served and suffered. And it doesn't pull any punches in telling their truth. When the bullets stop flying and the mission ends, you won't remember how many enemies were killed. You remember how many lives pulled you back from the edge. That's what Medic Pacific War is about. It gives you a glimpse of war through the eyes of someone who fought with compassion instead of cruelty. And doing so, it reminds us that not all heroes carry rifles. Some carry bandages and a heart big enough to brave the darkness. Medic Pacific War is one of the boldest games we've seen, not because of explosions of firepower, but because it dares to show the truth behind the battlefield. The truth that courage doesn't always mean charging in guns blazing. Sometimes it means crawling through blood and fear to save a brother you barely know. At Infinity Gaming, we salute this experience. Raw, painful, unforgettable, and we're honored to break it down for you. If this story moved you like it moved us, hit that like button. Subscribe for more powerful journeys like this one, and share this video with someone who understands that sometimes the bravest thing you could do is save a life. This is Infinity Gaming, and this was Medic Pacific War. We'll see you on the next frontline. Infinity Gaming, out.